Hello, everyone. The 0 people are in here. But that's fine, 0 people. Starting somewhere, I guess. Yes, I'm drawing. I am drawing portraits. A lot of side views recently, apparently. But I hope the audio is good and all that stuff. You can hear me well. Yeah. I it's like 3rd day, 4th. No, I haven't really drawn at all in like the past week, and that's rare for me because like I've been drawing for so long, nonstop for like the past few years, but I'm trying to just reevaluate what I'm doing. Still not there yet, but like right now I'm just gonna doodle. I just doodled this before I started streaming. Yeah. So I'm just gonna like not even use reference. I'm just gonna draw random stuff to kind of just like warm up. And I'm a little rusty because I haven't been drawing very much. So I have to warm up my hand, my arm, my brain. So and I'm gonna see how well I can talk and draw at the same time. Lately I've been trying to do more like faces that are maybe more expression or different shape, like this one and this one. Just more like a variety of people, and because you know not everyone just looks like a Pinterest model, right? So I'm kind of still in my safe zone right now though, with this face especially. So I'm not afraid to like scribble and make a mess at the beginning. It's all crooked and stuff. I don't care. I'll just be lazy and use Liquify. Liquify everything. I always keep everything on separate layers. I don't know why. I think it's just because like I can easily hold control and then move it around. Because I like rearranging my stuff. I guess you can't see these portraits. I'll just show quick. This one's like too soft. It's like not enough hard edges, but I was like okay with that. I just moved on. This one has a bit more hard edges. It's more of like a full rendered shaded drawing. This one is not fully rendered. It's like a bit of drawing, line art, and shading. Same with these ones. These ones I tried to do it the whole less is more with these ones. This one's more like painterly charcoal. More charcoal, I guess. Black and white charcoal. Like that. Right? I have like 2 of the same brush. This one is more full and darker. And then I have one that's like lighter so I can get nice half tones, right? And then same with this brush. It's like a square brush, and then I have a darker one, and then lighter one. So one's like good for light sketching, and then this one is just like if I want just nice dark lines. But this one, you can with the light, you can still do it, right? I've tried them like with my brushes, like I try to use as few amount of brushes as possible, make like one brush able to do as much as I can, right? So like this is like I can sketch with this, I can paint with this. Sometimes I'll adjust the settings. I don't know if you can, it doesn't pop up on the screen, but it's like a settings bar in Clip Studio Paint, you know. And then all these were with reference, but I'm just gonna play around with you know, drawing without reference, getting used to exercising my brain. So I'll start with anything really, like I'll do a box, tilt of a neck. You can go with more like straight lines in the beginning, bit of curves. Not worried about it being perfect. Get more maybe up facing like this. Kind of get the shape of the skull. Her left ear, this one maybe a bit more behind, and then this one in front. Just kind of thinking of everything in that 3D space. The jaw. I'm a little anxious on streaming, so it feels weird to like do this. If I'm anxious, like my drawing's gonna look a little different. But that's okay. I'm doing this kind of like as a test to get used to it, try it out. See how it goes. So I'm not worried about making nice pretty drawings. Just doing it for fun. Like that what I just did there is very like guideline based. So yeah, lighten it up, kind of get measurements in. You know, like I have like all sorts of, especially when practicing, I just vary my process. Like I'll use more Bridgman, more Riley method, go kind of just straight into like drawing without structure. But since I'm a little rusty, I'm going to just be loose with guidelines, see how it goes. It's more upward facing, so I'm gonna, lips are gonna wrap around like a ball downwards. Maybe go for a bit more of a square jaw. Helps to know like the structure of the skull, like the bridge here. then it wraps around, downwards, back in. And like the measurement of where like maybe the hairline would be. Ears are going to be more lifted upwards because they're the way the head is. So like everything I'm saying is kind of just what I talk to myself basically in my own head, but obviously I'm out loud now, but that's a little too far apart. And these are a little big. Maybe some more semi-realism. I forget the neck muscle. It's like, what is this called again? Oh, that's not good. I don't remember. Well, that's okay. I forget which one. It's like, this one will pop out more. This will be less. And it goes. But I know like the two muscles here goes back around the neck, or around the behind the ear. So, and then this one will pull, this one will squish more. I also definitely use Liquify a lot. I mean, like some people say try not to use it so much, but I don't care. I've drawn so many years on papers, so I just use everything to my ability, or if that even makes sense. I always like, for this kind of process, it's like you put a lot of structure lines in, and it kind of like warms up your brain to recall what you know, right? And this is like, I don't even know, this is a very masculine female head though. But that's alright. Flip it, see how weird it is. Neck is very wide. Chin's big, that's okay. I'll shrink it. Sometimes it just helps throwing the hair in to kind of complete it. Humanize it a bit more, and then you can get a better judgment of the future's appearance. I'll just throw some random hair strands. Then a little play with silhouette shape. Give it maybe more of like a triangle effect. Goes over the side. Redo the eyes a bit though. Do them a little softer. Yeah, I can already feel how rusty I am. Or maybe that's just my bad excuses. I think the bridge needs to be a bit smaller too. I mean, there's no really, I don't like putting rules on things. It's more just what I'm going for. I always like to play around with features a lot. Change things up, see what I can do. Try not to limit myself to one straight process. Cupid's bow. That's what it's called. This would be more straight, I think. Okay, does that look weird or what? It's getting really messy. Maybe I'll try cleaning it up. Bit more volume, bit more flow. One thing too, it's like I use the eraser a lot, and I think it's good. It's a good tool. Like, I don't know. I like getting used to using it a lot. It'll help you redesign shapes and add more in or take less out. It's just good. I think do her hair going behind on this side, then this side will be on the front. different shape ear. Yeah, this ended up being more of a generic looking face though. We'll try something more unique after this one. Squish the trap. It's like, how much though? It's more like, I think it's like this more. So you kind of have to like figure it out without the reference. Sometimes like inventing realism is much harder, but also easier, because if you look at, just have like references and kind of like use them to invent a post similar, I don't know, you're sticking to the rules, right? Where maybe more stylized stuff is gonna have to figure out how to simplify something that you may not completely know. I feel like this is like really small. Like, maybe I could zoom in the screen. If you hear background noise, then probably gonna, yeah, you're gonna hear that a lot. Just go all white background. Well, I mean gray, but I like gray because it doesn't hurt my eyes that much. Yeah, how much do I want to put the chin in? So, left shoulder back in, right shoulder outwards more, forward. So like I could like just throw in a cylinder, right? That's good enough. Bicep, and then deltoid, collarbone in. The one eye is a bit too big. See if I can shrink that a bit. Yeah, this is like very generic. Oh shit, I didn't even see the chat. Daniel, my bro. I'm glad you're doing well, bro. Bro. Thank you, bro. I hope you're doing well too, man. Put that in a bit ago, probably, but yeah, I'm kind of getting bored of this one though. This very probably just leave it at that. Next one. Should I do like another? More to the side, upturned. Let's do a bit more of a fun shape. On the more stylized side. Give him a mad jaw. I don't know, I'll probably only stream for like an hour. It's kind of looking like a Giga Chad right now. Very pronounced features, strong bridge, nose. Chin. Nose more flattened against the whatever this is. This part of your I gotta know, like, I know what the anatomy of the face looks like. It just pretty well, but like the names, just never been good at that. I know I'm not the only one though. This guy kind of looks more like a comic superhero. How they always draw like every dude in like the comics, like super masculine looking, square jaw and strong features. All of them are very fit. feel like he looks like he could be like in a Street Fighter game. So you wouldn't even see the eye on this side, so I'm just gonna bring it in like that. Fairly steep. Boom. The muscle top. How do I want to do this? Like that. Maybe a widow's peak. Nah, it's just. So then the neck, then the bottom part of the chin. Adam's apple. Usually like the upper part of the neck is wider. And then it kind of narrows down here. So because you got the triceps that go into the back of the skull. So it will just go up to like here. Then you got the, you know, it's the skull, the jaw, tricep. Like, I don't know, this very basic scribble, but like, and then like small features like this does a lot. Like if I do like the back of the head wrinkles. I'm just trying to imagine what way they're gonna fold. Maybe one bigger, one smaller. And there we go, like that will has more of a interesting shape to it. Make him a bit more muscular. Even when I do portraits too, thinking about like the body language too with the portrait. So like this one, I want to make his arm kind of more like outwards like this. And it helps it'll make it look more natural. Almond eraser. So, you know, like deltoid arm. But that's kind of what I'm imagining. This attaches more right behind the jaw, and then you're gonna go in like that. Not like that, right? That looks strange. It goes more like that. It comes outwards. Right? It's wrapping around an actual cylinder in 3D space. So in the ball joint somewhere like there. guess the tricep or the scapula would poke up a bit like that. Give the eyebrows a bit more of an interesting shape. One thing I found with that really improved my drawing was not worrying about it being perfectly structured and all that. Low-key, it kind of looks like a character from Cyberpunk. What, this one? This muscular dude? This highly testosterone-driven dude. Maybe I'll give him like a... It's kind of like... punk-like... earrings. Yeah, that big boy. I'll make him more cyberpunk then. No, I don't want glasses. One thing with sketching too, that's like, it's... I think a lot of people get so scared to go dark or slap in some like heavy lines. I get like that too. But once you get past that and you like, and just, or more free-minded about it, it really helps push the depth. Using line weight, getting dark in some spots, throwing on some bold shapes. Like I can even like, my brush is a bit more of a softer brush, so like I could do lightly just slap in some halftones. They'll help show the structure. But that, you know, that's gonna just like depend on if you're going more full rendered drawing, like shaded drawing, or line art. You can do a bit of mix of both. Karaoke, love your work. Thanks, G. Appreciate it. Just drawing like a bunch of portraits, scribbling. This is like, again, like I said, this part here is from today. I'm drawing, coming back from like a week of not really doing anything, so I'm very rusty. It's, you know, but these ones were more like I was more in the zone. So I'm just trying to pick it up again. And this is the top one is more it's all reference. This is just getting my my hands back up, my brain getting going, working, flowing, creativity. What creativity I do have. It's more like I guess more muscle memory, and your brain just remembers rhythms in the face, and you just kind of naturally do it without having to think too hard. It's a bit of a mix of everything. So people who struggle with portraits, it gets a lot easier over time, even using reference like face that you've never drawn before. But if you have the fundamentals of like kind of instilled into your mind and your hand, your muscle memory, it flows in a lot easier, and you'll be able to do it faster. The style reminds me a lot of Christoph Young. Yeah, no, I'm actually heavily influenced by him. I love how he takes a more traditional approach of drawing, and all his work, right? He really embraces realism and lighting and color and all that stuff. Mostly going in state and flow. Yeah, exactly. Yep, for sure. Drawing shouldn't always be like, oh, I gotta do a project, it's gotta be perfect all the time. It's take some time to just relax and scribble something, you know. And being okay with it not, you know, being pro high level crap. Like, don't. It's when I'm most relaxed and just sketching. That's like I find where I'm the most creative with stuff, right? And like, I started with this, right? You know, then this, and then this, getting a little better. And now that I'm a little bit more warmed up, things are just flowing better. The ideas, the shape design, all that. And so, yeah. Now I could go on like Pinterest right now and kind of see what I can do with like a whole long list of portraits just for ideas. What do I want? I'm looking for, maybe I'll do a female face now. I'm always like, I'm getting so bored with most of portrait pictures. Like, right now I'm like saving all like just more interesting, more dynamic. I used to just pick whatever, but now it's like, okay, using references that are actually interesting helps your drawings become more interesting. And then when you want to create characters and stuff from imagination, it's that's instilled in your brain, the more interesting shapes and stuff, and it's gonna really affect how you perceive and draw characters. So, I'm also not feeling that confident though for like really hard stuff. I'll do like one last portrait. Okay, I'll do this one. Baby girl Jenna what? Ortega? I don't even know who that is, man. I'm pulling it up though. Oh, this is like a Nickelodeon actor. Oh, this is the girl that plays in Wednesday. Never watched it, and I never will. Bro. So, like, I'm looking at the reference right now. It's an Asian guy, which are like I find the hardest to draw. It's quite difficult to really get their features in. But I'll like look up at my reference, not exactly copy, just a one for one perfectly. Just kind of get gist of the shape. So just got a bit more of a rounder face, and then definitely with Japanese, Korean, or Chinese, like the side profile usually a lot flatter. The nose is flatter. Their eye sockets aren't as like deep. I never watched it either, but she fine though. Yeah, I agree. Then the lips come in more like, jaw kind of comes back a bit. I don't know. Should I show their? How can I maybe add the image? Ugh. That's not right. It's like I'm clicking. What the heck? I hate computers so much. I hate them. It's not really what I wanted. Import it into Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, but like I have it like on top my Clip Studio Paint window. So the PureRef image. But it's not showing. Oh well. I'm not gonna spend time doing that. Cause it's like almost an hour already. What the heck? His eye is turning away from me, so the pupil will be more oval. Let's just see how like well I can actually execute that. The under eyelid. If I go too dark underneath, it's fine. And just adjust it. See, like the bridge of, not the bridge, the orbit, which is like the socket of the skull. It's like there's a much different shape on this face, and knowing the basics of the skull and seeing the patterns, it helps. Because then it goes into that nose bridge there. There. Just a little far out. See a very interesting nose shape here that I want to capture. That. And it goes really against the maxilla here. I think that's what it's called. Then a cast shadow. Kind of fill that in lightly. Cast shadows will help a lot. I think there's one kind of under this bridge of the eye too. Yeah, see much more round shapes in this. Eyebrow is going to turn away on this bridge, so it'll get kind of darker. If you're struggling to capture shapes too of, like, let's say the hair, just using a bunch of straight bold lines to get the very basic of it, it helps measure your shapes if you just like use a bunch of straights at first, and then you can carve it in, make the rounds later. Lots of the eraser again. Ear, I think the ear is a bit far away. Bring that in like that. Side hairline. Then we got the bottom of the chin, goes up here to the cheek area. Now I'm just trying to convey like the eyelids actually wrapping around the eyeball. Especially helps to pay attention to that when you're doing a 3/4 view. Then the bottom eyelid. Definitely exaggerating the shapes a bit. Like a more stylized way. Then a pretty small and pronounced Cupid's bow. Kind of goes around out to here. Bit small. Oh, wrong brush. Definitely rushing this drawing a bit, so it's not turning out that great. Just trying to not keep the stream too long. So I'm kind of rushing it. Okay, nose to ear. It's like about there. There. I have to like resize this whole thing. Like that. Especially because like this is like in its poor guy's ugly phase of the portrait right now. Kind of butchering his face, but just gotta trust the process. Okay, so bottom lip to chin gets pretty deep shadow like that. I think it's called monolid for the eyelids. The people with one fold, I don't know. Usually just happens with a flatter skull structure. Bit of halftone for more form. Not really liking how the features are turning out on this. I'm gonna erase that. Okay. I think I just need to simplify the shapes better. So chin. The cheek. Looks like this into that cheekbone. It's like, how much do I want it shaded? How much I don't? I don't know. Something just looks weird. Here's that. almost done. I think I'm liking it a bit more than I was. Try and indicate a hoodie a bit more. Okay. Do I want to fill that all in? Okay, maybe bring that in like that. Then like the nose too. Almost done, I think. I mean, I could go hours on this, but nope, I don't want to. Yeah, the bigger the highlight I find is like, it just makes it look really cartoony. But like nice small ones like that's good. Good enough. Okay. What else am I missing before I call it quits? Yeah, I kind of picked a hard portrait, even if it's just like a 3/4 view. Someone looks a little awkward about it, not gonna lie. It's like one of those things I think I just need to walk away from, come back to. But we are not going to do that. Yeah, okay. Well, that's very messy. Messy and rushed, but that's okay. Yeah, so like that is it's rushed, but it's okay. Like it's still good for like practice, right? And then like this one's practice also, but more for showcase. So I took a bit more time on it, or inline quality. Shading quality. And so that'd be more something I'd post, right? Or like these ones. That's like, I don't know, hours spent on it. I don't know how many, but yeah. All right, well, I guess that's the end of the stream. Like I think I'll leave this on the channel, and then yeah, so I'll like comment anything. What can I improve on? What do you want to see me draw? If I can teach anything. I wouldn't really call myself a teacher, but like you can definitely just learn from watching other people, right? And whatever tips they have, take it with like a grain of salt though. Don't make it as like a rule for yourself. Yeah. If you like are struggling to, like I had the past week where I wasn't drawing. Um, and when that happens, like people say art block, this, and that. I don't know about art block. I think people just like our brains are not meant to do something every single day, constantly, and only that. We're meant to have like change in our lives, and like our brains grow, we grow, so our interests change, and we like just have to step out of things sometimes and reevaluate yourself. So like if you're going through that, like don't even worry about it. Like, you know, you could miss a whole week of drawing, that's fine. And sometimes if you go back into it, you realize it actually helps you. uh, so like it's like for me, right? uh, yeah, but and now I'm trying to take it like less seriously, more just for fun. So that's why I'm doing this stream thing, not caring if like my drawings turn to crap or whatever, and just do it for fun. I Daniel, alright, bro. I'm a dip. Got work tomorrow. Hope you have a great time. Great drawing time. Improve, improve your schedule. Schedule for what though? Because currently I need a better schedule for life, like just in general. But yeah, maybe I'll do like a streaming schedule soon. I don't know. Depends on like if people like this or not. Whatever it is. Just see if it's worth my time. But yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good night. Stay blessed. Christ is King. Jesus is King. I don't know if you can see that painting over there, but it's Jesus. It's W. Good stuff. Alright. Peace.